You are not poor because money is scarce. You are poor because you were trained to play a game that no longer exists. This video solves one problem: why most people work harder than ever yet stay broke, while a small, quiet minority accumulates wealth faster than any generation before them. Every era has its illusion. In past centuries, the illusion was that wealth belonged only to kings, bloodlines, and empires. Today, the illusion is more subtle and more dangerous. People believe wealth is harder than ever to achieve, that the system is rigged beyond repair, that only luck, privilege, or corruption leads to riches. This belief keeps the masses obedient, exhausted, and predictable. But here is the uncomfortable truth: never in history has it been easier for a single individual to rise, quietly, strategically, and decisively, than it is now. The tools are everywhere, the doors are open, the guards are asleep, yet most people remain trapped not by force but by thinking. This script dismantles that thinking. In every era, people chase what they believe is scarce. In earlier centuries, scarcity was real. Land was limited, knowledge was hidden, and influence was guarded by walls, titles, and bloodlines. Wealth flowed only where permission existed. To rise without approval was to invite punishment. Power was heavy, centralized, and violently protected. Money followed those who already possessed authority, not those who merely desired it. That world no longer exists, but the psychology trained within it still dominates the minds of the majority. Today, people believe money is rare. They believe opportunity has dried up. They believe the system has sealed itself against outsiders. This belief is false, but it is useful. It keeps people competing for crumbs while ignoring the table. The truth is not that money has disappeared. It is that power has become abundant, fragmented, and misunderstood. Power is no longer guarded by gates. It is scattered across networks, platforms, algorithms, and attention flows. What once required armies now requires positioning. What once demanded royal favor now demands strategic awareness. The modern world has not eliminated power, it has cheapened it. And when power becomes cheap, those who recognize it early gain disproportionate advantage. The tragedy is that most people cannot recognize power unless it looks like authority. They search for titles, certifications, approvals, and external validation. They fail to see that power today is invisible to those trained to obey. It hides in leverage, not ownership, in access, not assets, in timing, not tradition. A single individual, equipped with the right understanding, can now influence markets, narratives, and behavior on a scale that once belonged only to institutions. This is not progress, it is exposure, and exposure favors the observant, not the moral. Money remains difficult because money is the final outcome. Power is easier because power precedes wealth. Power determines who sets prices, who shapes demand, and who captures value before others notice it exists. Those who chase money arrive late. Those who build power decide where money flows. The modern economy rewards those who understand systems rather than those who serve them. Systems no longer care about loyalty or effort. They respond only to leverage. Leverage comes from controlling something others depend on: attention, distribution, skills that scale, information asymmetry, or access to decision points. Most people are taught to accumulate savings. The strategic accumulate influence. Most are taught to reduce risk. The strategic learn to relocate it. Most are taught to follow proven paths. The strategic create bottlenecks where paths must pass through them. Because power is cheap, it is everywhere. And because it is everywhere, it is ignored. People mistake abundance for worthlessness. They scroll past opportunities disguised as noise. They overlook leverage because it does not resemble security. They wait for permission in a world that no longer enforces authority consistently. This era punishes those who need certainty before action. Power today favors those willing to move while others are still analyzing morality, fairness, or long-term guarantees. The system does not reward those who are right. It rewards those who arrive first and adapt fastest. Money follows momentum, not effort. Momentum follows positioning, not intention. And positioning is now accessible to anyone willing to detach emotionally from inherited beliefs about how success is supposed to look. In the past, power required consolidation. Today, it requires coordination. One person does not need to own everything, they only need to connect what already exists and insert themselves at the point of exchange. The one who controls the bridge does not need to own either side. This is why many hard-working people grow poorer, while less visible individuals accumulate wealth quietly. Hard work is visible. power is discreet. The modern system exposes those who seek validation and protects those who seek leverage. The illusion of difficulty persists because the tools of power are available to everyone. When something is available to everyone, it is valued by few. When power was rare, it was respected. Now that it is accessible, it is dismissed as trivial, saturated, or immoral. This dismissal becomes the greatest filter of all. Those who see power where others see chaos gain time, and time compounds faster than money ever could. Those who understand that influence can be built without permission move ahead, while others wait for stability that will never return. The system has not become fairer. It has become looser, and looseness favors the calculated, not the compliant. Power being cheap does not mean it is harmless. It means it is volatile, transferable, and quickly claimed by those who act without hesitation. Money is still guarded, but power no longer is, and those who understand the difference stop chasing wealth directly and begin arranging the conditions under which wealth has no choice but to follow them. The world has changed. For centuries, society trained people to believe in loyalty as the highest virtue. Obedience, patience, and faithfulness were praised, rewarded, and instilled from childhood. People were conditioned to follow rules, respect hierarchies, and wait their turn. Careers were measured by tenure, influence by stability, and wealth by accumulation over decades. To be loyal was considered synonymous with being reliable, trustworthy, and worthy of eventual success. Obedience was the currency of progress. Yet, that currency no longer buys what it once did. The system now values speed above all. Opportunity moves faster than ever before, often appearing and disappearing within months, weeks, or even days. The institutions that once guaranteed predictable returns now reward adaptability, decisiveness, and the willingness to act before anyone else has fully understood what is possible. The slow, methodical path of loyalty, obedience, and waiting has become a trap for the unobservant. Those who cling to it often find that while they were faithful, the world moved past them, leaving them behind with the illusion of security that was never real. In this environment, speed is power. The ability to perceive an opportunity, commit to action, and adapt in real time is more valuable than decades of experience spent following instructions. Speed allows the individual to capture advantage before the system has time to respond. Whereas loyalty once guaranteed incremental rewards, speed now determines whether one gains the entire advantage or nothing at all. In a world where attention, information, and markets shift constantly, hesitation becomes the greatest liability. Most people mistake loyalty for strength. They believe that by staying in a position, following the rules, or serving an institution faithfully, they are securing their future. They are trained to fear risk, to avoid failure, and to defer gratification indefinitely. But the modern system is not designed to reward the obedient. It is designed to reward those who move faster than the rest, who adapt while others wait for permission, and who understand that opportunity favors action, not patience. Speed is not merely about doing more, it is about doing first, doing differently, and doing strategically. The paradox is that the system appears stable and predictable, luring individuals into routines that feel safe, while the underlying dynamics are fluid and fast-moving. Information spreads instantly, markets shift in real time, and attention shifts from one trend to another with a speed unimaginable to previous generations. Those who cling to loyalty, waiting for traditional rewards to materialize, often find themselves irrelevant by the time they arrive. Meanwhile, those who embrace speed, who observe patterns, and who act decisively become the unseen movers of wealth, influence, and power. This shift from loyalty to speed also affects human relationships. In the past, trust was earned through consistency and faithfulness. Today, trust is often a temporary condition, granted based on performance, adaptability, and timing. Alliances are not built solely on personal bonds, but on the ability to respond quickly to changing circumstances, to pivot when necessary, and to anticipate shifts before they occur. Those who cannot act swiftly are left behind, and those who act too slowly are often invisible to the opportunities that matter most. Speed is a discipline few are trained for. Society conditions individuals to obey, follow instructions, and wait for structure. But speed requires a different mindset entirely. It requires detachment from validation, comfort, and approval. It requires the ability to make calculated decisions under uncertainty, to commit fully without delay, and to accept that mistakes are a part of rapid advancement. Those who embrace speed understand that hesitation is far more costly than error, and that action, even imperfect action, compounds advantages that loyalty alone could never achieve. Furthermore, speed is amplified by leverage. A single decisive action taken at the right moment can create outcomes that years of obedience could never produce. Speed allows one to capture the first-mover advantage, to establish dominance in emerging trends, and to secure resources before the majority has even recognized the opportunity exists. Loyalty cannot create this advantage. Effort without timing is wasted effort. Obedience without initiative is invisible. Only speed converts potential into tangible results in a world where change is the only constant. Most people misinterpret the need for speed. They equate fast action with recklessness or believe that slow, careful loyalty is still the safer path. In truth, the system does not punish carefulness, it punishes delay. It does not reward morality or patience. It rewards timing, foresight, and execution. Those who fail to understand this continue to work harder than ever yet achieve less, while the strategic few exploit the velocity of change to accumulate wealth, influence, and freedom faster than history has ever allowed. In this era, the old virtues of loyalty and obedience have become liabilities. What once built security now ensures stagnation. What once commanded respect now guarantees invisibility. The modern world rewards action over allegiance, adaptability over faithfulness, and speed over consistency. Those who master this principle understand that hesitation is the enemy of opportunity, and that decisive movement is the currency of success, far outweighing the hollow praise of loyalty in a system that has evolved faster than the masses can comprehend. Throughout history, the measure of wealth has always been tied to tangible assets. Land, gold, armies, and trade routes defined influence, status, and power. In every era, the individual who controlled what others needed controlled the outcomes that mattered. Today, the rules have shifted. The scarcity is no longer in resources, labor, or capital, it is in attention. Every human has a finite capacity to focus, to absorb, and to act. Whoever controls that focus wields disproportionate power, and in this age, attention has become the new currency of control. Attention determines influence. It dictates what people desire, who they trust, and what they value. It shapes culture, opinion, and behavior in ways invisible to those who are distracted. One individual with command over attention can create demand for products, ideas, or movements that did not exist before. One voice, amplified strategically, can shift narratives, reframe debates, and redirect the flow of opportunity. This is power in its purest form, the ability to determine what matters for others and, as a consequence, extract value from it. Most people give away their attention freely, unaware that it is the most valuable resource they possess. Social media, news cycles, entertainment, and endless streams of information fragment focus and diminish the ability to perceive leverage. While the masses scroll, watch, and react, the strategic few capture attention and convert it into control. They understand that wealth and influence follow the mind, not the wallet, and that by shaping attention, they create the conditions under which money flows naturally. The irony is cruel. Those who chase money desperately often ignore the true source of power, giving away the most important currency without compensation. Attention today is not passive, it is transactional. It can be captured, concentrated, and converted into influence. Every platform, every medium, and every network is a battlefield where the focused can dominate and the distracted can be destroyed. Companies spend billions attempting to capture fleeting attention because they know its value. Governments, influencers, and corporations understand that controlling perception is equivalent to controlling behavior. Yet most individuals remain blind to this principle, wasting their own attention while relinquishing control over theirs to external forces. The mechanics of attention are deceptively simple, yet profoundly effective. It flows where emotion, novelty, and urgency converge. Human beings are wired to respond to patterns, threats, and desires, and those who understand these triggers can guide focus like a conductor leading an orchestra. By directing attention, the strategic individual defines the narrative before others even recognize it exists. This ability allows them to extract resources, influence decisions, and create outcomes disproportionate to their visible effort or capital. In addition, attention scales faster than wealth. Money must be earned, invested, or transferred through tangible means. Attention, however, is infinitely replicable once captured in the right form. A single message, idea, or demonstration can reach millions, influencing countless actions without requiring proportional labor. The multiplier effect is exponential. Those who understand this dynamic harness networks, platforms, and social structures to magnify impact, turning small acts into massive results. Wealth in this system becomes a byproduct, not the target. Most people fail to recognize the strategic importance of attention because they confuse it with visibility. Visibility is superficial and temporary. Attention is sustained and actionable. Anyone can be seen for a moment, but few command focus that results in measurable influence. The strategic individual does not merely seek to be noticed, they structure conditions that capture attention continuously, guide perception, and shape the responses of others in ways that compound over time. This sustained focus generates leverage that money alone could never buy. Furthermore, attention dictates opportunity. Those who control the flow of focus can accelerate or hinder the advancement of others. Markets, negotiations, and social structures respond to perception as much as to reality. One who shapes the attention of key players effectively determines the outcomes of transactions, partnerships, and conflicts. By commanding attention, the individual inserts themselves at the point where decisions are made, where value is created, and where influence can be exerted with precision. Money flows naturally to this position of control because it follows the perception of value. Distraction, the enemy of the unaware, is the greatest gift to the strategic. While the majority waste their mental energy on trivialities, outrage, or entertainment, the few exploit the scarcity of attention. They understand that capturing focus requires clarity, timing, and subtlety. Direct confrontation is rarely necessary. Control over attention bends behavior indirectly, invisibly, yet inevitably. This is why the accumulation of power in the modern age is often invisible to outsiders. Those who wield it operate where others fail to notice, shaping outcomes before anyone realizes the game has even begun. Attention, once mastered, creates freedom. It allows the individual to dictate terms rather than respond to them. It converts influence into wealth, control into mobility, and foresight into advantage. The modern world is abundant in information, connection, and resources, but scarce in focus. Those who understand this principle no longer compete in the traditional sense. They orchestrate, leverage, and redirect. They convert the fleeting and ephemeral into lasting power. Most people are distracted by the illusion that effort alone produces results. They confuse activity for influence and visibility for control. The strategic understand that true power is invisible to those who cannot see it, and that attention is the key that unlocks every opportunity, multiplies every advantage, and channels wealth, influence, and action toward the individual who wields it with purpose, patience, and precision. The truth revealed throughout this script is simple, yet often overlooked. Wealth and power are no longer reserved for the fortunate, the connected, or the obedient. They belong to those who understand the new rules of influence, leverage, and strategy. The era we live in rewards awareness over effort, speed over loyalty, attention over labor, and calculated discipline over blind obedience. Those who see these dynamics clearly can navigate a world overflowing with opportunity, while most remain trapped by old patterns of thought. Wealth flows to the observant, the decisive and the strategic, not to the distracted, the hesitant, or the faithful. By mastering these principles, by learning to recognize power where others see chaos, to move faster than the masses, to capture attention as currency, and to act with deliberate discipline, an individual positions themselves to rise with unprecedented speed and magnitude. The system that appears hostile is, in reality, generous, but only to those willing to think, act, and see differently. Success is no longer a matter of circumstance or luck, it is a matter of comprehension, initiative, and execution. The doors have never been more open, and the tools have never been more abundant. The choice to claim them, and to rise above the masses, rests entirely with the individual who refuses to follow the familiar, obedient path and instead forges their own trajectory toward power, influence, and wealth.